Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for our 10th anniversary celebration of TCCA, the Technology and Curriculum Conference of Aldine ISD. We're extremely excited to recognize attendees from literally all over the world today who have registered to be with us. My name is Juan Arrieta, and I will be hosting this session along with my co host, Melissa Bishop.
Oh, not me.
the,
Not
tit-
yet.
the title of this session is Create Online PD for Teachers, and it will end promptly at 12:50 so that we can then prepare for the next session. If you have any questions during the presentation, please be sure to enter them in the chat that's located to the right of your screen. Towards the end of the session, I'll give the presenter a 10-minute warning to allow time to wrap up and answer a few of your questions, and it's also going to be displayed at the bottom of the feed. With that, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce your presenter, Manny Curiel, who joins
Yes.
iFair ISD. All right, Manny, thank you so much for joining us. We're beyond happy to have you. The room is yours.
Well, thank you. I'm super excited to come back to TCCA again. I always get nervous when I represent, and then I just loosen up. So yeah, creating online PD for teachers. Whenever I go to conferences or whenever I go to sessions in other districts, they always ask me about that, and I'm like, well, we do it online. This face-to-face, it's like from the 90s. We don't do that. Well, we do, but it's not as much because teachers are tired, and it's easier when you do it online. So this session is going to cover how is it that I particularly do it. Like my coworkers do it differently, but I'm going to show you how to do it. There should be like a little bit.ly screen on the bottom that you will need to go, which is bit.ly, then MANNY, then /sessions. Should be in the chat or somewhere at the bottom with the magic of technology.
we are going to display that here.
Okay, awesome. So if you do the magic and share the screen for me.
Yep,
this is going to be on my website, which is just mannycuriel.com. Super easy to remember. What if you can spell my name? But it's everywhere on Twitter. So once you get to the homepage, click on sessions, and this is what we're going to cover. So the first session is the online PD. Now, when you go to conferences, just like, oh my God, you want to watch everything because I have FOMO too. So all my classes are self-paced. So if you can't attend or you have something else or whatever it is, the links are there. There's recordings. So I pretty much tell the teachers, this is all for you. And like you have 2 weeks to complete it. And then they complete the whole thing, on their own. So we're gonna go into the first one. I love it. I just figured out how to put the little background, little shadow, like whoosh. So cool. So cool. I'm excited. Look at it's moving. Anyways, so let's click on where it says click here to get to the fabulous presentation. Alrighty, and I think I'm going to introduce myself again because I think that's what I do in my little thingies. So look how awesome this looks. I don't know. It's just better than just regular slides with nothing and just a picture and something. It's just like, I like when he moves because if you can tell, I'm all over the place. Anyway. All right, so the next slide is about me. So I would say I support the LOACH department, which is languages other than English. I work for iFair. We're a ginormous district. So I have 10 campuses that are under me, and then I also help every teacher that teaches world languages. And I'm Google trainer, and then I just like making everything fun because nobody likes boring. Once I get bored, it's the end of that. And students don't like that either. So just make it interesting for teachers too. So on the chat, please tell me about you because I think this is going to be recorded. You're going to have questions. This is your time to ask questions. How is it that I do it? Why do I do it that way? And then I can tell you, if it's a good idea or not, it's a good idea because I've tried several different things and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. So believe me. So ask, take advantage of the chat. If you want to get ahead, by all means, just keep going, and then I'll just, I'll get to it eventually. Okay, so once you consider your online PD, this is what I thought in the beginning, like, do I make it synchronous or asynchronous? Obviously, the synchronous is like you're going to do the face-to-face, which initially doesn't really work because teachers are tired. Like I said, they don't want to do it in the beginning of the school year or at the end because they're exhausted. And especially now that it's just so overwhelming, the fact that they have to learn so many things at once. They have face-to-face students, they have online students. It's just too much. So if you give them a PD that is self-paced, you have better chances that they'll do it, especially because they are in control. They can watch those short videos. And by short videos, I mean 2-minute videos. Please don't give them a whole movie to watch. 10-minute videos are too long, in my opinion. So show them that one skill. You got to think where you're going to put this PD, where you're going to host it. I started doing, I think the feature slides. I started doing, my first thought was, ooh, let's do Google Classroom. Or then I tried Teams, and then I tried Google Sites. I think Sites was what works for me at the moment. So that's the one thing that you have to consider, where you're going to host your PD. Where is it going to be holding? Where are you recording? So I have a recording class as well, and I think I'm teaching that later. Yeah, that's my next one. Recording in different platforms. Whatever is more comfortable for you. We have WeVideo, which is OMG amazing. If you have WeVideo or access to WeVideo, it's just like, oh my gosh, amazing. But there's other free ones. So you have to consider where you're going to record and how you're going to upload it into your platform. And then obviously you have to collect work. Like you got to have your teachers complete an assignment. Like, show me what you learned based on what you were shown, and then put it somewhere. So all of those things, you have to think, how are you going to do that? So I'm going to show you some of the things that went through my head. So this is the differences that I have. If you're going to do a live session face-to-face, it's going to be short because it just has to. Like, even if you have a 4 hours, I do a 10-hour class on Flipgrid because it's just so much. And I tell teachers, you pick what you need. If you want to do like something super complicated, well, not complicated because Flipgrid is not complicated, but like less popular features, then I have all of those in that class and they get to pick if they want a beginners or they want an advanced. So that's why it's, a lot of content and they get to pick. If you do face-to-face, most of the time it's going to be like, the presenter is going to be yapping forever, which is I'm not a fan of. That's why I made all my PDs, which I'll show you, they're like face-paced. Even though I'm presenting like I'm doing right now, I'm giving you everything because if you don't want to hear me yap, then you can go ahead and watch the videos and learn on your own. And then I'm here for your questions. So not a fan of the face-to-face just because, you do make connections. I do like that, like physical connections, like you talking to the person, you're looking at the eyes, and that's awesome. But you can also do it in, on video. I can reach so many more teachers if I do a video and I can host my class online because they're doing it at their own pace. I can give them 2 weeks. Like I said, that's what we're doing in my district. And I can put more content. They can ask me questions. They can send me an email. They can send a recording on Flipgrid, which is what I usually ask. If not, they can just email me. It's fine. And then we create like a learning environment because mine are hosted in different places, but I asked them to put it on Wakelet, their final product, and they can put comments there. And they also record reflections on Flipgrid. And then teachers record responses to other teachers as, oh my God, I didn't know. That's a great idea. And then they make connections. And funny enough, teachers have gotten together because they met in my classes, and then now they're collaborating. So it's awesome the fact that you can do that online. They say like they went down into like several months, and they were connecting with teachers of my class, in previous years. So you cannot do that to face-to-face. So I'm saying online, it's just OMG amazing. Okay, so like I said, I started with Google Classroom, and if you click on the info, it's going to tell you a little verbiage of my experience. I got a little frustrated because at that point you couldn't move like chunks wherever you want to. So I'm like, no, I didn't. For me, it was like, no, I want something that everyone can see everyone's work, and I want to see people's faces. So I decided to do Google Sites because I can put pictures and videos, and it just looks more appealing in my world, because everything is like the MANNY world. So from Classroom, I started with Classroom, and then I transitioned to Sites. Then you should know Steven Stone is my coordinator for training, which he's a genius. So he told me, dude, you got to do it in Teams, because Teams is like, oh, so cool. But my district is mainly Google. So I found myself teaching Teams. And at the same time, I was also teaching them the content, and it was too much. So I moved back to Google Sites. So for example, if I'm teaching WeVideo, I expect them to record in Flipgrid. And I also want them to post on Wakelet. So I'm exposing them to multiple things. And then my hope, they're going to turn that around and then do the same thing with their students. So I said I started with Classroom, then I moved to Sites, I moved to Teams. That didn't work for me. Then I moved back to Google. I mean, I could have stick with it and then force them to do it, but I'm like, it's too much, because I'm pushing them too much. And then I tell them, you guys as teachers do the same thing. Don't you tell me that you don't look at that student. I'm like, well, I'm telling you, this is what you need to learn. And then they get up a jiggity about it. But anyways, there's also platforms you can classes like Wakelet. There's examples on that generally. Wakelets that they have, they're, oh my God, awesome. They taught me so much into how to make sessions on Wakelet. I learned it from them when we did a Wakelet session. Then I'm presenting on Genially. So it just looks like slides, but it is OMG amazing, and it's free. Free. Love it. So this is just another way to host, trainings. And I'll show you some examples. So think about where you're going to put your class. Now, here are my, how to record in WeVideo and Flipgrid and Screencastify. And then I'm telling you here some of the features. We pay for WeVideo for every single student, every employee inside Fair. Oh my God, I love WeVideo. If you don't know WeVideo, take a look at it. It is amazing. It is super, super easy. So on the info, if you click on it, it's gonna give you a little spill and why is it that I use Flipgrid for some things that I don't use WeVideo, just because it's so much easier and I don't need anything that'd be heavy edited. Can you offer this to the instructor? Can you offer this to the instructional specialists inside Fair? Yes, this is available for them. We share, because sharing is caring. And we're better together. So anyways, like I said, I'm not going to show the videos. We're all adults. I'm just showing you how is it that I do it. Those are the things that I use to record. Then you need to make a decision where you're going to collect your work. Again, I use Wakelet. I love me some Wakelet. But you can use other platforms. Like I said, if you choose to do Teams, you can upload everything into Teams, or you can upload everything to Google Classroom. But I particularly like to do Wakelet because I want everybody to see everyone's work. And they get a validation, because they can say oh my God, look, that teacher had the same problem that I did. So I'm not much of a hot mess, because sometimes whenever I can't figure it out and I see other people struggling, it makes me feel better, not because they're struggling, it's because oh, okay, so this is common. So it's good. I like people learning from other teachers, teachers learning from teachers. The same thing goes with students learning from other students. So that's why I pick Wakelet. You can also record directly into Wakelet using the Flipgrid Shorts. And if you click on that, it will show you how. Alrighty, I need to show you examples. Okay, so this is where we're going to go to the examples. Yes. See, Genially is OMG amazing. I love moves. It just looks very appealing. Very appealing. Okay, so let's go back to my fabulous website, which is mannycuriel.com. And I think it's doing it. If not, I'm just going to... Come on. No? Okay, I'm going to go back. Boom. I'll show you the whole thing. I don't know why my connection is kind of slow. All right. So I'm going to go directly into sessions. I have some examples there that I'm just going to show you, but then you can watch those sessions on your own. Those examples of the classes that I created on your own. Okay, so they're here. These are copies of the classes that I have. They don't have the links. They're not working classes. They're just examples for you. When you click on the examples of the web video and the sites, they're there. If you scroll down, I mean, you'll find a lot more. Like for here, I have the, the web video is there, and then don't be shy there. But I just wanted to put them there just because it'll be easier for you to access them. All right, so this is an app that I have available for teachers that request to have access, and then they get credit hours. So I'll start with fun. This is who I am. This is what you're learning. And then I let them know that everybody has a license because they don't know. And then I tell them to sign in. If you try to do this, he won't let you because it's set for just say fair. Okay, goodbye. Just saying. And then look, I tell every teacher this because they get up and jiggity about it. When I was a teacher, I didn't even know that the ed tech department existed. And I tell them, we are here to help you. This is my job. Like, I go into classrooms and I meet with teachers and help them. At least in my camp and my district, there's two of them. One to the school and then one to the content. So, and then some schools also have one that is just for that one school. So I give them like my 2 cents on this, and I tell them like, this is my Schoology website. That there's like one place to get all the ed tech for them. They don't get credit hours, but it's there. So that's in my class. And then they'll navigate the class on the left-hand side. So when they go into the intro, there's a little video into like, this is what we're going to cover. This is what the video is, I believe. I don't remember what I put because it's not loading. Come on. I am connected directly into my thingy right here. All right, well, I'll just keep yapping. Anyway, there's a video. They'll watch this little video to introduce them into what video is, how they're going to use it, and why it is amazing, because it is amazing. No, that's the class. Sorry. And then I have the intro to the video. I think it's important to show them examples, at least. Like, this is a site. I don't even know if I said that. This is a Google site. Because look, to me, it looks better than a Google Classroom because it's just different colors and this and that. So I give them videos, examples for secondary, and they're probably not going to load. They're going to take forever. I have examples in secondary. I have examples in elementary. I have examples that teachers created, and I give them credit because I didn't make them. But the videos are there, but I guess they're not loading because of my internet or something. Oh, there you go. They're loading now. And then I also I taught with video during summer camp. And then I created, my examples, my crazy videos. Because, yeah, I love making GIFs with video. So my examples, and at the end, I create student examples, and there's a Wakelet in there. Whenever I taught the K to 5th summer camp. So there's videos that students created during this summer camp. So the teachers can see what a kindergarten can do, because yes, they can. They'll be like, they're too young. No, they can do it. All right, so then I give them some tutorials into how to do it, because they're not gonna know how to do it. And if you explain them, if you go into face-to-face, they're gonna go like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And you guys, don't tell me that this doesn't happen. You go to a session like, I guess this one, or some other sessions, and you go like, oh my God, it is so awesome. And what happens on Monday? You completely forgot. So, just saying, I think that it's important that you give them something that they can take with them so they can refer it to. And then at least with my class, they can always ask me. They take this as a resource, they keep it, and then if they have questions, they go back. Genially, yeah, it's Genially. Like I'm gonna show you a class that's also in Genially, so you can see the logo. It is amazing. I love Genially. So here is recording with video and recording Wakelet. I'll post on Wakelet because I don't know how. So it's little 1-minute videos. So I'm walking them through the process. it takes a while to do these classes because once they're created, they will last you a good year because they're going to upgrade or update, and then things are going to change. That you have to, change it here and there. Okay, then I tell them if you want credit for this class, because some teachers just want to learn, they don't want credit, they just want to learn. If you want the credit hours, then this is what I'm asking them to do, and I do hold them accountable for this. I'm like, you're missing some videos, Heaney. So because they don't want to get all mad at me, I created this. I'm like, this, you need to do the 2 Flipgrid videos. You have to pick from the different stations, and the video that you create needs to have 5 different things. And then whatever stations you're going to pick, they're going to be right here. So you're going to pick 5 of these because every classroom is different. On anything you teach teachers, they should be the ones picking what they want to learn because you don't know what their needs are. So I like to just put a variety of things. I'm like, based on the needs of your kids, you pick what you want to learn, what features from this program you want to learn. So in each little tab shows you this one thing, and just one thing. Because if you put a whole lot, it's like, oh my God, it's so much. So I show them about the timeline and the storyboard. And then like a little video into how to change it and why would you want to use one over the other. So things like that. So they will go into the different stations. And then at the end, once they're familiar with that, they can, look, animation and everything. I'll show them how to record, right? Submit your video. No, because I show them how to record first. And then once they go through the entire session, I want you to tell me how you're feeling now. Like in the beginning, in the intro class, I always put 2 Flipgrids. I want to show them what I'm going to teach them, and then I need you to reflect on what you're going to learn. What do you think is going to be complicated? What are going to be your challenges? How are you feeling? Things like that. I just want them to talk it out. And at the end, when they went through the whole thing, I want them to record another one. And most of the times they go like, Manny, I signed up to do WeVideo. I don't want to do Wakelet. I want to do Flipgrid. And they're like, I can't do this. And then on the last one, they go like, oh my gosh, Manny, thank you so much for pushing me. I love this. I'm like, you're not the first one that tells me these things. So you push them, gently push them, but you push them because they can't be doing the same thing. Remember, I would say, remember Blockbuster. Okay, you cannot be doing the same thing. Or granted, they're not going to go out of business, but your instruction is going to be not up to date, and you don't want to be, these Wi-Fi kids. They're not like they were 10 years ago. You cannot be doing the same thing. So push them, push them, push them. Now I do have teachers there. They do not get Wakelet at all. I'm like, girl, just send me the link. I'll do it for you because that's fine. Don't worry about it. I will put it, but I do want them to record. I want them to get familiar with recording, and I am so glad I did. And I did get some emails about that because when this hot mess pandemic happened, they said, thank you for pushing me to record because now I know how to do it. And they were recording their lessons that way. So, yes. So you never know how an angry teacher is going to come back later and be grateful that you did. So anyways, then I also have a class for students because at least for this specific thing in WeVideo, it's our job to teach it, not for the teachers. So I said, I'll teach your students how to use WeVideo. So I have some sessions for students specifically. And then at the end, so they can give the link to the teachers, to the students, and then the student can learn on his own. At the end of the class, once they recorded what they've learned and then do the reflection, then they'll go here. If they like the class, they click here. This is called click to tweet, which is OMG amazing. So if you click, it's going to generate a tweet. If you have a Twitter account, it's going to generate a tweet. And I put the information. I do tell them, I think I do say that if you want to switch it, you can edit. And then it puts the link, the tweet is generated already. It's redirecting. I don't even know. You can click on it and then they click allow and it just sends the tweet. And all there is saying, wrong one. It's saying, I just finished Manny's We Video class and things like that. So I do like that because I want other teachers to know that online training is available. And I know if you've seen that, I'll post my promo videos on Twitter because I do want the traffic from my district specifically, because this is only available for my district. Well, I made a copy. I give you 3 examples, right, on the actual site. Right here, you can see them. Now, the Wakelet is not connected. The Flipgrid is not connected. So you're not going to see any Sci-Fair teachers, responses. Then at the end, I do ask for feedback for the classes. Like, I need your name. And I do ask them for their name is because if there's a problem, I'm not going to go jiggity about it. Like, this is not high school. This is not my feelings or anything. I do want to make it better because I'm a hot mess. If you can tell, my brain goes, Brah! So if I need to slow down, they'll tell me, and they have. And I'm like, thank you for letting me know. I need to make some changes. And I have. So they'll play, this is the class that I took, and this is the feedback that they give me, and I check it, and then I, change my classes. I tell them, thank you for taking my class, blah, blah, blah. Take a look at my other classes that I have, and my team also has other classes. So I take them to my school website, and then you're like, thank you. So that's it. So let me show you. Let me see if I have comments on these thingies. I'm looking for questions because I haven't heard questions, and I'm sure you have questions. You're getting all shy. Goodbye, genially. Yes. Okay. I'm looking at my other. Click to tweet. Yes. Oh, Michelle, you're here. Okay. Awesome. Anyways, here is the Wakelet. So the teachers will come and read this. Like, I need you to put a text box and then add the link. And what it does is it will give you like a little post-it note. And this is what they say. After making the video, finally got the hang of this thing. And they do say, at least we video, like when you open it up, you're like, oh my goodness, what is this? Hot mess. And they get all the jiggity about it. But then when they started using it, they go like, oh, it wasn't as hard as I thought. Then I go in and I edit and I put my comment. And I like doing this because if you put the link, I can now make a comment, people. But then I can put a GIF saying like, good job, right? So, and I get feedback to every person because if they took the time to create a video, obviously I have to give them feedback. And then I do this. This is a tectonic plate lesson. This is a how to join Schoology course. So the teachers have created this. So if there's a teacher that goes into the Wakelet, they can read, they can see that this link, it's a tectonic plate lesson. So if that's interesting to them, they can go and take a look at it. And to me, that is like, and you cannot do that in other platforms. Okay, just saying. This is just like OMG amazing. So yeah. I have tons of comments. So people come here and then they take a look at all the examples that I've had in the past. If they're not sure, because sometimes they says, I don't understand, Manny. I don't know what kind of video you want from me. I'm like, girl, show me that you can record. Show me that you can make a video in WeVideo. So these are the examples that I have on Wakelet. And I have tons of classes, and there's a Wakelet for them. Then this is what the Flipgrid will look like. Look, I have like 81 responses in here. So I comment on every single one of them. Like you see my name. So look, they do watch them. So teachers do take a look at this. They might not respond because they don't respond in all of them, but they do watch what other teachers are saying. And this is what it's like amazing. That this is the learning community that's happening. They might not record because they get all shy, but they do email each other because just with this name, I can, it's probably Courtney.Newberry at, well, I can't tell you because if you're not in Sci-Fi, you'll be emailing Courtney. But it's the same email, like the same format. So they do, respond, some of them, but they do watch them. And that's how teachers learn from other teachers. It's just awesome. this doesn't happen on face-to-face. There's a lot of power on creating things online. I'm telling you. So this is the Flipgrid. So again, I do reply to everything on both on the Wakelet, which is the last submission, and then I also give them feedback on how they're feeling. If they have questions, then I address them there, and I do that because maybe this teacher has a question or has a thought or has something that was complicated for them, and then somebody else runs into the same thing, and my answer is there. So I tell them, just go back. Whenever I send them the email that says you're being registered, to this class and blah, 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 I say, please go back and check the feedback that I left you on your Flipgrid. So they're there. Then I also have, this is inside Schoology. This is the Genially, that it's embedded directly into Schoology. So this is not a Google site. They can either go from here and learn Cloud's Dojo, and I tell them click on the arrow because Genially is a new platform. So I explain to them, we're doing this through Genially. And I do that because, again, I want to expose them into different things. Now, I'm not showing them how to do a Genially. Hopefully, they're going to go and figure that out on their own. Or they're going to go like, I like this. Maybe I should use this with my kids. Yes, you should. So I explain to them what is it that how it does. You have to click here, and it's going to tell you that there's going to be links or things inside in there. And I tell them, like, if you move, the course is going to look like that. You have to spell it out for teachers because this is new. Or I like it better whenever it's full screen. And it looks just like what you saw in the beginning, right? So this is a class that I teach. Again, this is not a Google site. It's the same format. I actually put all the info that I had on my Google site into the Genially because it has the same thing, and then it has that CFIZ. That's my Schoology website that you don't have access unless you're inside there. So sad. So again, the intro. This is what's Cloud's Dojo. This is what they see, and this is the first Flipgrid, which I have to change the logo because that's super old. Anyway, but it was square. So guys, if you notice, it's the same format. I'm showing you what it is, and then I need you to reflect how are going to use this specific tool. So you reflect on that. And then this is the main thing, and I had it slides, so I just kept it as slides. This is the overview into how they're going to move into Dojo. I have the slides, so I just put them in there. And then I give them examples because sometimes they don't know. They don't go to the Wakelets. So I'm like, if you click in here, I'm going to give you, I need you to do, this is her video. And there's a video that is in here. That's why I love Genially, because when you have slides, you have to put everything in there, and I don't want to do that. I love the fact that it comes out and then shows you the video. Everything it's embedded in here. I love it. Love it. So anyways, it's another way to do, your fabulous classes. The stations, I think, yeah. So here are the stations. Instead of having them on the side, I have them, there should be something, there you go. It's the internet, it's slow. So open an account. This is something else. It's slow, but again, create a class. So I have the look, and it moves differently. You cannot tell me that this is not appealing to teachers rather than somebody just going because as appealing as it is to listen to me. You much rather be doing this, or maybe no, I don't know. But anyway, so there's PDFs in there, and I try to do different modes. I do videos, I do handouts, just so they see that there's a variety of ways that you can put information. So they're, again, exposed to different things. Instead of, if I'm telling teachers you shouldn't be doing the same thing all the time, I should be modeling the same thing, right? That's what I'm doing. So this is a PDF that just has arrows. I click here, click there, and then so forth. Come on. I'm looking to see if there's comments. I haven't heard any. Oh, there's a question there. Could you offer this to the student? Oh, Lita. Oh yeah, you're in the IS, Lita. Just email me and we'll chit chat. Okay, so there you go. So they can look at these and look. This is just one skill. Open an account. It's not a 2-minute video. They can take a look. They can have 2 screens or click, fit here and then go back. Some teachers will go into printing these, whatever they feel like doing, right? But again, one skill at a time, one thing. Then there's the tutorials. It's the same thing. It's just it gets a different feel. The examples again, and then I need to hear feedback because Genially is new, at least for Cypher. So I wanted to know how they feel about the new format. All my teachers were used to, at least when they were with me, that is a Google Site. So I wanted to see how they feel. So I do ask for their feedback. So this is the class that I had on Class Dojo. So that's what it would look like. And again, you can go back here and take a look at these classes. And that is, look, I have 4 minutes left and then I have questions. Do I have questions? I don't even know because I'm just going on. People from the Greater Bees, do I have questions? Papa, can you hear me? I guess they're not listening to me. I guess I have no questions. Let me go to the chat to see if I can find the questions. Let me go back. Let me put this in here so you can take a look at that. All right, can't wait, Manny. I know, right? Okay, attacking.
No questions at the moment.
Oh, Jamel, you're here.
Yeah,
okay, somebody's coming. I'm just started checking my own questions because I didn't hear anybody.
No problem.
Contagious. Okay, doing my own thing. This one. I don't have, okay, there's comments there. They're coming. I have a testing coordinator from Aldine. Look at that. Ooh, feels special. How long does it take to make one of your classes? It depends. Like, if I do a Google site, when I did the dojo, you saw it was short because that's only a 4-hour class. It took me about 4 or 5 hours or so because it was just taking snapshots. And I used this, the Nimbus. I love the Nimbus. I'm going to showcase this in one of my other sessions, which is oh my God, Becky. So you just select the area and boom. You just take the snapshot and just paste it, create the file. It doesn't take long. I am super familiar with sites. I taught sites. So I put it together super fast. Now, when I put together this online PD, I was playing with Genially, and I'm also doing this record your lessons. It took me a longer because I was teaching myself how to do Genially. But it does take you, I will say that was a 4-hour class. It took me about a little over 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, just because I already knew the content and I already had an idea what I wanted to do, which is just open an account, share with parents, and then take a look at the points. That was super fast. Now, the Wii video, that took me a lot longer because I needed to create the videos. But I've had the same class, mostly the same class, for about 1.5 years. It's just some of the things have changed, like the layout changed. So I had to create another video and then replace it with the new look, just because teachers are going to get thrown out. I'm like, what? Your screen does not match my screen. So you just have to update. But once you get these done, you can push it and you can help so many teachers. So I teach these every so often, like I think I have the Wii video have 4 this year. I don't have to do anything. All I just facilitate and answer questions, reply to the Wakelets and to the Flipgrid, and that's it. It takes me literally about 2-3 hours to do everything because I have all the workload that I did already, when I created the class. So it is so worth it to do it that way.
Hey, Manny, Just wanted
Yes.
to let you know this is your 10-minute warning.
Okay. I'm just going through the questions that I see here.
Yep, no
But yes.
problem.
This should be like the super powerful secret word, right?
In about
Coming up.
it's coming up in 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. What's coming up? Just so you know. All right. Does teacher do teachers credit some kind of training critical? Yes, Jennifer. In my district, they get PD hours, so they have to register into the CFPGS, which is our system and where we track all the training. They have to register there, and then whenever the class is live, then right before I send them the link. I'm like, this is how you're gonna access the class. They have to complete the class within the time frame, which is two weeks. And I'm a rebel, so sometimes I give them more time because life happens. So I'm like, don't worry, I got you. 3 weeks, no problem. So I work, with teachers because sometimes, it's a lot of time, and then things happen, especially now. And then I, once I review that they actually completed the work, then I have to go back, give them the attendance, and change the roster from register to give credit. And once I save that, they automatically get whatever the amount of hours into their roster, into their PD credit. So yeah, we do it all automatically. It is, oh my gosh, amazing. And the teachers like it because everything's online. So that's how we do it. And Michelle wouldn't, she has taken so many of my classes. And they're fun. Teacher tell me, another one of Manny's classes. Thank you, Arturo. Yeah, I like doing this because when I see a teacher that's struggling, I'm like, look, I can either come and help you face to face, or because sometimes they get a little intimidating because just like I'm so loud. Then I'm like, I'm taking a class. Are you interested in credit? If not, you can still register. I'll give you the link. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But you get you get all this learning, and then you keep the class as a resource. So I tell them, please don't share it because I need to give work credit to other people. They have to be registered on the system. Otherwise, I cannot give them credit. During the summer, OMG, I taught so many classes. I had no summer. It was insane the amount of teachers that I had. I taught close to 30 something classes. It was insane. Just saying. It was a lot. Now that the school is back, it's not as much. But during the summer, it's always crazy the amount of teachers that want to learn. So they have teachers that go to all kinds of places, and they can still take the class because everything's online. So they don't have to be like, I have to go to this thing and it's face to face, and I want to go on a trip. You can. So that's why I'm like, online PD is the way to go. Thank you so much for the amazing. Oh, thank you, Abby. I'm excited to explore these resources. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Well, everybody's really happy, which I'm glad. And we get pre-classes. This my energy, yeah. It's so great. It's not really I wanted to see. Oh, I already responded to that. Did you get district buy-in? How did you get your district buy-in for them to participate in your class? Okay, so I support. I'm looking at my time. Okay, the secret word is already going down. So make sure that it is case sensitive. So that needs to be capital. The first letter needs to be capital. So I support 10 campuses, and I also support all the teachers that teach world languages like Spanish, French, German, sign language. So I can tap onto them and have a newsletter, and I push them like, hey, this is my menu. Like, this is the classes that I teach. And I also include a link or a bit.ly or something that links into my team's classes, because there's so many classes that we all together, put together. But because I want my classes to make, obviously I put mine first, and then I also include theirs. I do. I create what is it called? Let me show you. I do create promo videos. So if you go into home, and I either tweet these, or I send them to teachers, like in my newsletter. But I try to make promo videos because, like, for example, for WeVideo, they might not even know what it is. Oh, I don't see it. It should be here. Yeah, this is the promo video. And it's like a minute. It shows you this is what this app does, because they don't know. Or they might not know. And that's like, look, this is what you can do. So I do promote it that way. And then whenever I go to a face-to-face, or whenever I go to a planning, and there's teachers that need my help, and I'm like, hey, we teach class for that. Like, don't get up and jiggity about it. Don't get all stressed out. We're here to help you. Here's a class if you want. And then most likely they say, oh, yeah, yes, thank you. So that's how we promote it. That obviously we have a coordinator that goes over us, and it asks you, this is the requirements that you need to have. If you're going to do an 8-hour class, this is how many things you need to have, and things like that. So it's not like we can do whatever we want. It does have to be approved. But yeah, it's great. Oh, I have new comments. The secret code. Oh yeah, there you go. And then, oh, thank you, Brenda. Yes. I love sharing. Like, if you go to my website, there's so many things and a whole bunch of sessions that I've done, and I just put all the resources there. It's all there just because we're better together, and I already did them, so I just put them there. You make a great job. So we have what? 4 minutes. But now is your time to ask questions, people, because I'm like, what else do you want me to show you? Yeah, you're welcome, Tian. Oh, I like that name. Like the Princess and the Frog. I was a second grade teacher, first grade teacher. So I like that. This is session 5, yes. I don't know about session 4, girl. I don't know, Kathy. There were some sessions on I-11. I don't know what to tell you, but there were some. What do you use for GIFs? Okay, GIFs, I use WeVideo. You can also do GIFs with Screencastify for free if you don't have access to WeVideo. But I do mine on WeVideo because I can add a whole bunch of layers into them. Screencastify lets you put, I think, text and then just one layer of video, but that's free. You can make that. Okay. I had the same question about session 4. Well, so sad, people. This is session 5. All right. Anything else? I can go back and to show you. Why is this not? Oh, there you go. All right. If you go into here, the tech tips, I have everything on YouTube as well. Like, all my stuff is on YouTube. Just MANNY, CURIEL. I have a whole bunch of stuff, help sessions in there. Of course, if they will load, right? And this GIF was video, so I love it. Yes, I've seen the teachers do this, and then they send them like a badges, or like instead of stickers, because we're not doing face to face, and they give that to students whenever they do awesome at something. But anyways, so take a look at the website, and then I will be back in like 13 minutes, I believe. And I don't even know what I'm teaching. What am I teaching? I think it's how to record your lessons, right? How do you record your lessons? Yeah, there you go. Session 6
Yes,
at 1.
correct.
Now, again, all this stuff is there already.
Correct.
Again, I like to do everything self-paced because I believe in blended learning. It is also made in Genially. I love it. I'm going to show you 5 different ways that you can record based on your level of comfort, because it's about teachers, how they feel. It's not about us. It's what the teachers are comfortable doing, and that's why you help them in. So I said, so you're a Google teacher or you're a Microsoft teacher? And then I go from there to see how you can help them better. Let me see. Vendors, me too. Great. Well, I think that's it. I have 1 minute and no more questions.
All right. Well, Manny, I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much for your time and preparation, and for sharing these amazing resources with us, and have you applied them, to your experience with SciFair. One last time, the password, the secret word to claim your certificate for this session is being displayed on the ticker tape at the bottom of the screen at this time. Please note, as Manny indicated already, that it is case sensitive. So when you receive the email with the link to that certificate, in order to open it and enter your name on it, you're going to need to enter that secret word that is being displayed in the ticker tape at the bottom of the screen right now. We also want to, thank our, vendors who are, part of the conference, who've made this conference possible. Just an absolutely amazing time for all of us, and thank you all so much for attending once again. And as Manny indicated, he's coming right up here in just a few minutes. It's our next session is literally going to begin 10 minutes from now. And again, while you're waiting, please visit our vendors. Thanks again. This ends our session.
Bye.